Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we are returning to Hearts of Iron 4. And it is time. It is time for the big one. This expansion has been all about the Eastern Front. And we are gonna start by kicking off the war with the Soviets in this episode. Let's do that right away, without further ado. Here we go. Here we go. And this is gonna be kind of interesting. What is going to happen now? I have absolutely no idea. We did bump up the difficulty vis-a-vis the Russians quite a bit, so I am a little bit afraid that we're going to fail horribly. But if that is going to happen, you know what? Then that's just what it is. Just double checking here everything and making sure that everything is set up the way we want it to be. Seems to be fine. Naval, we are trying to block them in. We are laying some mines here in this area. We probably don't need to do that right now anymore. So I'm guessing we can pull you guys back at least a little bit. Let's go for the lower Baltic Sea. Shouldn't make too much of a difference. Right, that being said, let's revisit our plans here. So we've got the first army group A, or Heroes Group A. You know what? Let's call you Nord, just to be a little bit more historical. You guys are all going to drive up on a very broad front towards this river up here, and then hopefully towards the Leningrad-Moscow connection. We're going to see whether that is going to truly work out. On your flank, you're going to be supported by the 1st Panzer Corps, which is going to try to squeeze through this area here that doesn't have too much wooded terrain, but we're going to see whether that is going to work out or not. We could have potentially done a little bit over here. Maybe that would not be a terrible idea. You know what, do we want to do that? Maybe. Okay, you know what? I know it's a little bit late for these last minute changes, but I would like 2 guys here to be just these 2 divisions. Your job is going to be to just spearhead your way to Riga, or to the outskirts of Riga, just so that we catch these guys here a little bit off guard. Maybe there are 3 tank divisions here, medium tank divisions. Do we know anything about you? Just that you have a lot of medium tanks. Let's see how that is going to work out. Well, then we've got the Pripyat marshes. No one is really going to advance through there. But just south of that, we have the 2nd Panzer Corps, which also has 23 divisions at this point. Really? Only 23? One of you is not assigned to this attack. I don't know why. Right, 23, you're going to go to Kiev, and then you're going to loop around towards the north and potentially to the south. We're going to see. And then down here in the south, we've got Heroes Group Süd, which is going to try to just drive up through Ukraine here. And that's pretty much your job. So let's see how well that is going to work. I have absolutely no flipping fantastic idea. Right, you're going to be supported by air and all of that. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Lots of battles already starting. Brest-Litovsk itself seems to be a little bit of a tough going, as you would kind of expect, and I'm not sure why you're attacking that hard point immediately. Curiously enough, they are counter-attacking, and this is the first time that we're going to get any indication here what they are going to bring to the table with these guys here. We don't know yet, because the tanks are not in battle yet. But they still seem to be pretty tough going, and in a lot of these places. Even down here. Even that seems to be a hotly contested area. I think we do need to pull in the Romanians so that we can actually support them here. So, can we do a call to arms here? Yeah, there we go. That should bring them in. And you know what? We're going to call the Hungarians in right away, just to make sure that you're actually going to come in. Can we do that? Doesn't seem to be the case. No, there was one. Sorry, call to arms just right over here. I sometimes am blind. Right, Romanians should start to support us soon. I would have actually hoped that you would go through here. Well, all of this is mountain terrain. We'll see, we'll see. Oh, these are tough battles already, I can see that. Do they have the tanks in play? They don't yet. So their base value is a lot higher than ours, actually. And the width of this battle over here is actually pretty high. I wonder whether we have two slim divisions, basically. We're gonna see, we're gonna see. We're gonna take a lot of casualties here, I'm afraid. Now, the supply situation really isn't great. I would like to point out that, okay, now we go, Jesus, look at all of these battles. A lot of them really not going in our favor here. Really, really kind of not. Let's do it at another attack path here. I would like to bring them down a little bit more aggressively. And we do have some decisions available. War propaganda against the Soviets. You know what? Our war support is actually fine, so we don't need that. Yeah, I don't think any of the other ones are strictly needed. We are getting a lot of bonuses here, especially against the fortifications, so that is good. Oh, guys, we are doomed. Tarnovo has entered the war against us. Right, you guys have beaten them. That's nice. And you guys are finally moving forward. That's good. You guys are moving to the north there, and then hopefully you're going to be able to do some mini encirclements here, because I think we probably need to start small. It seems to me that their war is pretty fantastically going well for them. So they've got definitely more than, well, most likely more divisions than our entire faction. They have fewer factories. They've lost 18,000 and 19,000 men already. How many have we lost against the Soviets at this point? Doesn't actually say, so that's encouraging. That would indicate that it might be a small amount for now. Guys, if you are clearly losing these battles, then I don't think you'll need to push it. Curious to see all of these guys moving out there. Right, have we got our motorized equipment up there yet? No, we don't. Why are you defending? Oh. Ace pilot promoted. Seems like we did beat back a couple of guys here. Is that maybe a chance for us to take one of you guys off here and drive through there towards Bialystok maybe? Seems like we actually beat tank division there, which is lovely to see. Okay, you guys are supporting that attack, and that's generally fine. But you should also try to capitalize on the ground that we are making if we don't want to make this into an entire slugfest. Yeah, seems to be fine for now. Okay, Bialystok is not falling easily at least. Although I'd hope that we can beat at least these troops there. Down here in the south we are stuck. Lvov seems to be finally falling. That's actually super encouraging, because that means we might be able to cut off troops here. Actually, you guys, can you pin in these tanks, please? That'd be mighty nice. We should have potentially distributed our tanks a little bit better so we can exploit gaps a little bit more aggressively, which right now we don't seem to be able to do. Let's try to get into counters. I don't think that's going to be really possible at all, but still. Guys, can you stick into this front line, because I kind of need you to. You guys are now trying to move north. Well, that seems to be like a good idea. Let's try to use our armored push here and try to get at least a breakthrough where all of our mobile forces are. Because to me that right now seems to be the thing that is sort of not working out in our favor. We really need breakthroughs where we have mobile equipment. I would love to have two troops here so that one of them can pin all of these guys in Ukmenger, or however that's pronounced. Lots of slugfest down here in the south. Really not going great. Except for this one bit here. That's the one bit that I'm kind of encouraged about. Guys, you need to move up. Notice how many motorized and armored troops we have over here. Let's try to flank around with them. We really need to win up here too, so that we can cut off all of these guys. Finally get one of these breakthroughs that I'm really kind of hoping for, and use that to our benefit. Right, again, these tanks, you know what? Just try to come behind them. Your point is not to win against the enemy there. Yeah, that's what I was afraid. They're now in counters. And they're probably going to send more troops in, which means we're going to have a yet harder time. Really, 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 come on. Just win over there. Let's try to get here. Can I get one of you guys to just attack? 18 divisions encircle would be really great. But it seems like we're going to be stuck with the somewhat smaller engagements rather than, you know, the full-blown have them circle around everything kind of battle. We can win here. That's nice. You guys can actually try to withdraw here, please, because I really kind of want you to push up fast rather than get stuck into some meaningless battle. Okay, lots of fighting over here. I would hope that we can win that. One of you should potentially try to guard our flank there. That would be really, really awkward. And I'm trying to not pause too much here, because it is not a round-based game, but sometimes it almost feels a little bit like that. Right, guys, just try to get over here. One of you can potentially try to get there. You guys all kind of engaged? Maybe except you, right? So maybe let's have you attack too. Okay, unfortunately they did bring up further troops there. We're fine over here. This is our most promising breakthrough, I think. But it is kind of difficult because we are being attacked here in our flanks as we are pushing forward. Building sabotage, that's not great either. But at least everything else seems to be working out here so far. Okay, you guys are attacking now. That's brilliant. Can you support that attack, please? We really want to kick these guys out and be able to advance towards Riga and cut off these guys in some of these Baltic countries. Right, okay, that was comparatively successful over here. Comparatively, at least. You guys can support this attack. You guys can support that attack. You guys are moving over here. One of you should potentially try to guard that flank while all of these guys here are moving up. Where do we want to go then with this tank? I think we're going to go over here. Because attacking across the river here will not make that much sense, I think. And we've won over here, which is kind of a blessing and a curse, because we really now need to make sure that we're going to win over there fast. First little official pocket there, just 2 tanks. But that does give us a chance actually to check out their armor. So their piercing is around 38, their armor is around 16. 16 and 38. Let's actually check our divisions here, right? So our normal panzer divisions, sorry, our normal medium panzer divisions have much better piercing, but our armor is not sufficient. They can pierce us. So ultimately what we'd probably want to do... What are you doing, guys? Don't fall into this trap. Don't attack their strong points. What you can do is just wait for this guy to get away there. Or not. How long will you take to... Alvin Rommel is wounded. Ooh, that's not great. Okay, we are making some progress over here around the area of Memel. Let's try to advance into this fortified zone, just so that the enemy doesn't get that. Wow, what's going on here? So, guys, I do see a chance here. Let's not take the very low orc ones, but we can try to get here and then leave 2 divisions, and the rest is going to advance there. And that might cut off their advance there, and one of you guys here can actually move into this place, and then you guys are going to pin them in while we are going to try to flank around. Nice. Good. Okay, battle over here is okay-ish, but the things that aren't great is this place over there, because they can withdraw from here. And that's, again, really not what I wanted to do. I wanted to flank around. And that's not what we're currently achieving. Very few pockets. The AI is kind of good. and of course we're giving them huge bonuses, so... Let's keep these guys where they are. And again, our focus is going to be on this area here. Down here, nothing kind of works. Nothing works the way that we want it to. Why would you do that? Just defend and deal with these guys. And then attack there. That should happen fairly quickly. There we go. Only half of you need to truly advance there, and the rest is gonna go to the north here, I think. Yeah, let's go north. I have still the hope of being able to encircle some people over there. Did we squeeze out these tanks down there? No, we did not yet do that, but soon we're going to be able to. Yeah, this battle over here is annoying because it just doesn't do that well for us. The fact that we need to defend is super annoying. I'm hoping that we will be able to push forward still. Okay, at least we managed to kick these guys out. Apparently we are losing stuff in eastern Poland, which is this area. They have air superiority here, do they? Ooh, Jesus, yes they do. Right, in that case, let's bring in more fighters. 600 over there. We can place someone over here. And you're gonna also fly over there. That's a large amount of fighters. I would really love to win this battle over here. I think we are going to win over there. Down here things are not that great, but we can support the attack there. You guys are all kind of doing fine, but adding a few more attack paths here is probably not going to be the worst. Lots of units in that single province there, but does that really do anything for us? Okay, you guys are moving forward. That's great, isn't it? But I would like to achieve something over here. Really do have a hard time here in the... It's interesting actually to see that our Panzer Corps, first Panzer Corps, has such a long vector over here. Let's do focus them a little bit here to the north. And make sure that they get a little bit more focused on breaking through in this terrain, where they actually have a chance to do that truly. Right, okay, finally some advances there. That does mean that you guys should potentially attack there, just to make sure that these guys are guarded against. I'm thinking that we're probably going to win this battle over there, so let's try to get you there. Again, encircle a couple of guys down there. Not as many units cut off in the Baltics as we had kind of hoped. But, again, there's only so much that we can do to force these things. Right, let's try to bring in to the north there, circle around a little bit. You guys are all battling down here. Let's try to get that a little bit more aggressively. Down here, this seems to be going fine, I think. If we were to win over here, we would be able to cut these guys off. But that's kind of an if statement, so... let's try to bring more troops here to the front line. Sorry, first here, then into there, then into there. Yeah, I think likewise the second Panzer Corps is a little bit too... Which one is that? No, that's the big one. I need this one. Yeah, like so. I like it. This is the prize down here. We're going to win their prize if we can get these two provinces. seems a bit like we will be maybe able to overrun them here. We did win this fight, but unfortunately I don't think we are going to be able to overwhelm them. Building sabotaged. Yeah, and more of these guys can withdraw over here, which is incredibly unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate. Right, let's take a look at the situation down here in the south. We were trying to get around this. We don't seem to be particularly successful doing that. You guys are at least trying to reinforce that position. Up here in the north, you guys really failing hard. There is a forested area here, which I think we can try to converge on. And then if we do get an attack here through, then maybe some of these guys will at least be threatened. But so far, really struggling here, which is, I love to see that. I mean, this is such a different feeling from the normal Hearts of Iron experience. Right, you guys are going to the north there. I think that's going to be alright. I don't want to really be sucked into these things down there. So you know what, let's actually try to get over there and just be a little bit more... We need to be faster. I mean, we have so fast troops here, but they don't do enough good for us. Right, okay, you guys try to get over there. And you at least try to get there. Again, that's only going to cut off like 4 divisions. So very meager results here, but... But it's what we can do. And that does count. Right, what else? So we're being attacked over here. You guys, are you supporting that? Yeah, you are going to support that. That's good. What's less good is that I think we have very little chance to be properly attacking here and cut all of these guys off. So that's not really going to go anywhere, but we did apparently advance into there. These guys are trying to reinforce that position. All of that's pretty nice, isn't it? You guys are attacking down there. Don't do that. Let's actually get you over here too. And you too. Stop doing that. Let's attack over there. These guys are now being attacked just for the purpose of keeping them pinned in there. You guys are supporting some attack down here. Yeah, but I don't think that's really that relevant, guys. So we've got 92% here, but we really do need to bring in reinforcements. There we go. Now I think we're safe. And I would love to see one of these guys leave, because then we're going to have an ability here to... Well, a chance to maybe take them out there. Right, 98% here. Good. Good. We at least winning a little bit over there. The only issue is this guy attacking here. Maybe we can try to flank him? Even the attack over here seems to be incredibly unsuccessful. They can withdraw, and that means if the Red Army is withdrawing in 1941, rather than being able to than us being able to encircle large amounts of them, that does not spell good for us. Is there anything that we can do? There are still some troops over here. We are attacking over here, but this does seem to be going nowhere. With the 7th Infantry Division. And I even think there is a connection between these two locations, so that probably means we cannot successfully attack them there. Even if we were to take out these guys, well, we could. You know what, let's actually try to check that out. So, you guys, if I were to move you over here and then into there, you could move. If I were to move you here and there, you could not move. Okay, so that does mean that this location here is actually an important location. Let's try to take them out. We've got the combat with. Paladin promoted, that's lovely and such, but maybe one of you can support this attack angle. Get us a bit more combat with. Support these guys. Hopefully we're going to be able to hold down here. We are sending in more reinforcements. But in case we win over here, that would be a good win. And you guys are being attacked down there. Does that really bother us? Very light presence over there. I think we can try to hit the lightly defended area here. And again, I'm seeing the Panzer Corps 2 just too extended over here. It's too far in the north. We don't need to be that far north. What a mess this front line is. What a glorious, glorious mess. Well, this yellow army here doesn't seem to have too many problems. Yeah, the issue is that our fast units were being attacked here, and they really cannot push forward strongly enough. That is the big issue here. Let's try to channel more troops into there in the south. If we win in some places at least, we are going to be able to slowly whittle them down. Thereby get a bit more... kill them in some places, and thereby hopefully be able to, you know, slowly make sure that in other places we're going to be able to overwhelm them too. But that does really require us to have a good capability here. They're defending so much. I mean, counter-attacking so much. Guys, just try to attack over here. So that at least we can break through like such. Let's try to attack these tanks. They are actually already withdrawing. You guys are going to go over there. That's actually cool. That's going to give us also more capabilities of dealing with stuff there. Let's try to get to Vilnius here. Who's actually attacking this? That attack just don't seem to be going nowhere, honestly. Huh, I can go into the swamps there. That's kind of nice. Let's try to use our tanks here too. And again, we're going to use you in the swamps here. Apparently there's no unit up here. Well, there are a couple of units actually. Let's try to come into this position there. Maybe we can just flank them a little bit further to their rear than we were thinking. But yeah, no big sweeping movements. Probably at this point the Soviets should have lost 1 million men or so. And they did only lose 200,000. We lost, on the other hand, towards the Soviets 100,000. That's not a good exchange ratio for the Germans. The Germans cannot keep up these losses. How is our logistics situation actually looking like? Okay, we have no glaring problems anywhere. But that doesn't mean that that is going to stay that way. Okay, we are nicely winning down here, but I would really like to overwhelm these troops here. So that would be a fantastic thing to do. Doesn't seem to be likely though. Not really sure why we are attacking over here, but I'm guessing it's fine to pin some of these troops in. This is going to be the most important attack for the moment. Some troops up there, that's fine. But yeah, I think the area here around Vilnius is currently the most critical one. Grodno. If we can do a large pocket in Grodno, I'm going to be a very happy bunny. But where are you guys going? Down there in the south? No. Let's maybe attack Grodno itself too, to make sure that we're not being overwhelmed quite as much. There are 10 divisions down here. So they have a fairly significant presence. I would like this to be our main thrust there. Okay, you guys are at least sort of wrapping it up here. Let's try to go towards Riga. Yeah, lots of divisions assigned to that, but that's not going to truly be the case. Really do need to spread more. Make sure that they've got more problems in their entire front line. And the problem is this is already a river, so it's kind of difficult to attack through there. Let's bring in these tanks and start to attack there. Lots of troops up here. Attack down here. We're still defending on this side there. Let's try to bring again more troops into there. And have one of these troops actually try to attack there too. Does that widen the front? I think it does a little bit. Our supply situation is probably horrible. Yeah, it is. And we can't really seem to do much about that because all of these things do count as newly conquered. So very few of them we can do anything about. That's not quite true. Some of them we were able to do something. Still, this to me is one of the most promising attack angles up here. Unfortunately, the Romanians are pushing a little bit too strong so that these guys are actually losing, which means we're not going to be able to encircle them. They should just keep them in place. We don't need them to actually win over there. Yeah, and you can see the issue here is starting to look a little bit more tiresome too. I don't think we're going to win in this vector there. However, we can try to do is go back further towards Vilnius and then capture these guys too. Now, see, now they are withdrawing. That means that is good. That's great. That's the first big win over here. If we can encircle all of these troops, that's a great result. That's truly very good for us. Yeah, I think these guys are soon gonna feel a lot of pressure. Let's try to attack Vilnius itself though, so that maybe we can attack these, encircle these troops around Kaunas too. And if we had a broad advance here, where they really can't stop us immediately, as they've been doing so consistently, that would be much appreciated. There are a lot of troops withdrawing in some direction. I think it might be Vilnius itself, or it could be that place, but still. Yeah, let's do come around there. This is actually fine. I would like them to try to counterattack in this way. Right, you guys are going to support that. You guys do advance over there. A lot of you guys actually need to be over here, but I suppose you're not going to do that immediately, so that's okay, I suppose. We're going to have to live with that. Let's try to get over there. Yeah, I think trying to capture these rail lines is going to be a good idea. We are winning over here. That's good. Japan declaring further wars. But this battle over here, that's the big win that we have at this point. Lots of battles over here. US, we could try to attack Riga itself. Not necessarily the worst idea. Battles down here are relatively meaningless, but I think we are advancing into this gap here, which is probably by far the best thing that we can do. How's the situation looking in the south? Well, in a way, you're not really advancing where you can even. Okay, we did manage to catch these guys here off guard, so that's good. Let's try to at least attack from as many angles as we can. And we did another attack down here, so that's great too. All of you do need to attack. All of you do need to attack. All of you guys need to support that attack. Finish them off quickly. That would be much appreciated. They're doing really well over here. And our fast troops down here in the south really haven't been able to do the same success that the first group has had over here now. and which is potentially going to be amplified if we catch these guys off guard here a little bit more. That being said, they are immediately flanking us here. And I'm hoping that we should be able to overwhelm them there quickly, but right now that does not necessarily seem to be the case. Because even if we get more troops, the chance that they reinforce is actually not 100%. Okay, did manage to finish them off there in the north. You guys did encounter a tank here. That seems to be a tougher tank. 35 armor. Free France has called Yugoslavia as a now enemy. Interesting. I thought the Yugoslavians had been part of this war for a while now. Right. Try to finish you off. Try to finish you off. Okay, really, come on guys. Do reinforce so that we can beat them back and make use of that gap that we have created. We really just need you to reinforce, and each of you have a 10% chance to do that, so why are you not doing that? Just why? Okay, you guys failed your mission here. Let's try another one then, and come back behind these guys. July 1941, and the Americans have declared war, effectively. Ouch. Ouch, this is getting tough. Right, okay, one of you attack here, the other one attacks there. Curious that the attacks down here don't seem to really be going that well. We have a lot of people who can reinforce, but don't really seem to be doing that. Well, well, well. Still happy about that one successful drive there that we have had. And this up here is looking fine, but okay, you're advancing into that, that's nice. Do we really want to go here to the north? We could actually alternatively go to the south as well. If we can encircle these guys, but that doesn't seem to be a realistic case, I think, right now. So that's kind of not getting hung up on that. Really don't know why you guys are even here, but I suppose okay. Let's get you. Your task is clearly going to be to advance and not mop up these guys down here. I don't want to micro too much because it's a little bit boring, but I realize that some micro here is kind of necessary. You're going to lose that, but that's to be expected. Why don't you guys try to attack the cavalry division here? That doesn't seem to be going too well for them, does it? Right, we have a lot of troops here now. Your task is actually to circle around there. And you guys, honestly, again, do come here, advance. Advancing is your main task. You can actually try to get towards Minsk. You guys also don't really seem to be doing anything, so let's try to encircle these troops around Vilnius. Yes, this attack down here is kind of important, but not that important. And these guys are doomed. We don't even necessarily need to overwhelm them here. Even though it kind of course is a nice idea. Come on guys, you. Why are we losing? Also, we really do need to beat them down here, around Vilnius. They actually already withdrawing, some of them are. And I think soon we're going to see that we're going to be counterattacked here. So let's at least grab one of these motorized divisions and attack here. Again, this is a spotling attack so that we're going to come under fire here, but we're not going to be overwhelmed. I say, and we are immediately overwhelmed. So yeah, let's see about that. Good. Guys, I know this is tough terrain and everything, but can you just finish them off, please? That would be so nice. There we go. Again, let's try that differently then. Right, things here are okay. You know what? I think this is the attack plan here that we need. Let's try to break through here with everything that we've got in terms of fast troops. You should be able to overwhelm them if we actually do win the fight. Okay, guys, stop. What are you doing? Come here, attack this guy, and drive into their rear. This is really what we need. You should be able to overwhelm them. You truly should be. Grodno, finally that pocket is done. And by now we have complete spaghetti mess of front lines. So what I'm going to do in between episodes is going to fix our front lines, our army front lines a little bit, and see whether we can actually make some sense out of that. Let's actually check. Yeah, we're of course going to take the non-aggression pact. Let's check on a couple of things before we do that. They lost 600,000, we lost 200,000. Looking slightly better compared to the last time we looked. So that's nice. We're going to get a little bit more rubber soon, which is very welcome because we truly do need that. I think we are also going to research that, yeah, 16 days. So at that point we might be all kind of fine actually. Support equipment, all of that, it's looking actually kind of good. Don't need to be too concerned here. I think all of these things don't look too bad. Right, can we go for strategic destruction, interception, detection? We don't really need these items, so I think we can hold off on this investment for the moment. And then the other thing is our manpower looks actually fine. We do have hospitals and everything on all of our troops, so that should hopefully be kind of okay. But other than that, I mean, the Soviets are incredibly tough over here. Let's actually see what we know about them at this point. So we think that they have fielded 2.8 million. That's close to what we are going to be fielding in a moment. And do we know anything about your air situation? We think that you have how many fighters? What's fighters? They have bombers? Fighters? Yeah, fighters. Around 3,000. Do we know much about the strategic air situation? Right, so they still have a lot of fighters here. How many have we lost? 77, they've lost 41, but they also lost a couple of other planes. Seems to be relatively balanced. And now our close air support is doing its thing. The question is, should we at some point switch to logistic strikes? The logistic situation, which is of course one of the other major overhauls, seems to be, yeah, challenging. But that's, I think, the issue with any offensive, is that you're gonna see these situations where it's just extremely difficult to bring enough front stuff to the front line, especially in the stuff that we've just conquered. I would like to have an automation feature here for these motorization efforts. I already can tell you that. No depot down here, as far as I can see. And it seems to me like these rail lines here are already heavily taxed. So can we build more here? I think 5 is the maximum, right? Yeah, still we're going to try to build that up to level 5. Although it might not make a difference if this isn't level 5. Yeah, and there's so much to build over here. Such a long build queue. Well, that being said, I hope you enjoyed, even though it's been a kind of a long episode now. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And let's see whether we can beat the Soviets here. It's going to be a tough fight. It is going to be an extremely tough fight. So, bye-bye guys. See you around next time.